Hello all, welcome to Narayana IAS Academy. This is Prashant. I will be taking CSAT lectures for you. So I will start with the CSAT Orientation Lecture. So in this we will discuss what is the CSAT paper and what is its exam pattern, syllabus, and also why it is very significant. Why someone has to take this CSAT paper seriously. And also we will discuss what is the strategy to approach this paper and how to score 100 plus marks. Now, why to take CSAT seriously? There are many reasons. The first one is it is the silent eliminator. And all of us know CSAT is a qualifying paper. You just need to score 33% marks to qualify this paper. However, this has become nightmare for many aspirants. If you see, you may be brilliant. You may score 120 plus in the paper 1, GS paper 1 of the prelims exam. However, if you are not able to cross the CSAT barrier, all your efforts go waste. 1 year of your UPSC preparation go waste. There are many aspirants and many examples who are able to clear prelims paper 1, GS paper 1 with 110 plus marks, but they couldn't clear the CSAT paper. So considering this, one has to take this paper very seriously. Next, the changing trend of the CSAT paper. If you see in the years like 2014, 15, 16, people used to take CSAT on a lighter note. So they used to ignore CSAT, but still they used to qualify this paper because comparatively the questions were simple, they were not so much analytical, and also they were not time consuming. So they were able to do on a lighter note. They were able to clear with less preparation. But if you consider for the past 3 to 4 years, the trend is changing. The paper is becoming difficult. The questions are becoming more analytical and time consuming. So one has to practice well in order to cross this barrier. So one has to take this CSAT seriously. Next, the overconfidence syndrome. This is mainly among these maths background students and engineering background students. And they take CSAT very lightly and they will think that, okay, we don't need much practice. We will go to the exam and directly solve the paper. We will easily qualify this paper. But no, practice is needed. Even brilliant minds can stumble in the examination hall if you do not have good practice. Now let's see what is the exam pattern for the CSAT. So this is called as General Studies Paper 1 of the Civil Services Preliminary Examination. So this is the second paper of the preliminary examination. And the total marks for this exam is 200. Total number of questions are 80. So each question, for each correct answer, you are going to get 2.5 marks. So for each correct answer, you are going to get 2.5, and there is also negative marking. That is 1/3 of this 2.5. That is around 0.83 negative marks. So we have to be careful. There is negative marking. That is 1/3 of the 2.5 marks. So that is around 0.83 marks negative. And the time allotted for this is 2 hours, and it is of qualifying nature. That means you have to get 33% only to qualify this paper. So that comes around 66 marks. So you need to get minimum 66. So above 66, 67, like that you should score, so that you will qualify this paper and your paper 1 will be evaluated. Then you can go to the next level of the examination, that is mains. So this is about the exam pattern of CSAT. Next, if you see what is the syllabus for this examination, and this is the given syllabus according to the UPSC notification. So the first one is comprehension. This is reading comprehension, normally called as verbal ability. There will be passages and you will be asked questions based on those passages. Next one is interpersonal skills, including communication skills. So this is all the listing of topics given in the CSAT notification, UPSC notification. Next one is logical reasoning and analytical ability. Next one, decision making and problem solving. Next one, general mental ability. Next one, basic numeracy. So it includes numbers, their relations, orders of magnitude, and this is all up to the level of class 10th. So they clearly mentioned it. The maths will be of class 10th level. Next, data interpretation. It includes charts, graphs, tables, data sufficiency. This is also of class 10th level. So if you see the syllabus given in the notification, it is not much comprehensive. What are all the topics and subtopics come under this syllabus? They have not mentioned it. And it is our job to derive this syllabus. What are all the topics come under each topic? So for that we have to understand, we have to analyze the previous year's questions. So from that, if we derive the syllabus, these are the three major components in which we can divide the entire syllabus. The first one is quantitative aptitude. So the first one is quantitative aptitude. This is normally called as maths. The second component of the syllabus is logical reasoning. Logical reasoning and critical reasoning. So this is the second part of the syllabus. The third part is verbal ability. Here only the reading comprehension comes. So these are the three major components of the derived syllabus of CSAT. Now we will see what are all the topics and the subtopics come under this components. So if you see the quantitative aptitude, the major topics that we are going to discuss, and all these topics are based on the previous year's questions asked in the examination. So the first one is number system, second one average, and third one percentages, fourth one ratio and proportion. All these topics we will be discussing in the next lectures. So the next important topic, mixture and allegation. The next one, profit and loss, simple interest and compound interest. And the next one, time and work. Next one, time, speed, distance. Next one, small topic is problem on ages. Next one, permutations and combinations. Next, probability, mensuration 2D and 3D. So this is normally the geometry. And the next one is data interpretation. In this, all these charts, pie charts, bar diagrams, tables, all these will come. So these are all the major topics which comes under the quantitative aptitude or maths component. Now if you see the logical reasoning component, these are the major derived topics. The first one is number series and alphanumeric series. The next one, clock and calendar. Next one, blood relationship. Next one, coding and decoding. Next one, puzzles and seating arrangement. Next important topic is cubes and dice. Next one, direction sense test. Next one, Venn diagrams and syllogism. Next one, ranking and order. Next one, data sufficiency, and the last one, picture puzzles. So these are the major derived topics from the component of logical reasoning. And we know for the verbal reasoning there is only one major topic, that is reading comprehension. So these are the major topics under the three components: quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, and verbal ability. Now if we see how to approach this paper, how to approach CSAT, what is the strategy to get 100 plus marks. So as part of this strategy, our first thing is to data driven approach. We have to understand the PYQs, previous year's questions, how the questions are coming up, from which component major questions are being asked, and what is the weightage for the each topic according to the previous year's questions. All this we have to understand so that we can focus on particular topics to personalize our strategy. The first one is data driven approach. If you see, this is the questions distribution for the past 3 years, 2022, 2023 and 2024. See, in the year 2022, there are 38 questions out of 80 questions. So maths is the major component. Even in 2023, there are 43 questions. So it is around 50% of the questions are from maths only. In 2024, there are 38 questions. In the same way, if you see the English, 2022, there are 27 questions. So that is around 35 to 40% of the examination. In the 2023, there are 26 questions. In 2024, there are 27 questions. In the reasoning also, this is also around 15 to 20%. 15 questions from 2022. 2023, there are 11 questions. In 2024, there are 15 questions. So they are following a particular pattern. That is, each year the maths constitutes around 50% of the paper, and English constitutes around 35 to 40%, and reasoning is around 15 to 20%. So based on this, according to our strengths and weaknesses, we can focus on particular topic. If you are very good at verbal reasoning, so we can focus on this paper, which will fetch you around 35 to 40% in the examination. And also the major components which we should not take it on a lighter note, that is maths, which is around 50% of the paper. Next, also we have to understand what is the weightage for the each topic in the examination. So this is the major component wise, the PYQ distribution. Next we will see which topic is coming frequently in the examination. You can see this table. This is the maths question distribution, that is quantitative aptitude question distribution from each topic for the past 3 years. See, in this, all the topics are mentioned: percentage, ratio and proportion, profit and loss, compound interest. So you can see this table. This is the maths question distribution from each topic for the past 3 years, 2022, 2023 and 2024. So all the topics are listed: percentage, ratio, proportion, pipes and system, boards, probability, permutations and combinations. So if you see, there are many number of questions are being asked from the number system. So number system, 2022 alone there are 15 questions. In the 2023 there are 22 questions. 19 questions in the year 2024. You can see this is how we have to analyze the PYQ trends, so that we will get to know which topic is being asked frequently in the exam. See, number system alone carries so much of weightage from the maths component. So 15, 22 and 19. So in the 2022, what are all the other major topics are being asked? From the percentage, there are 4 questions. In 2023, 1 and 5. If you say any other topic, permutations and combinations, in 2022 there are 7, 2023 there is 11, but in 2024 there were no questions from the particular topic, permutations and combinations. Next, if you see the number series also, 2, 2 and 3. Next weightage, next all are evenly distributed, like 1, 1, 2, that is time and work, and time, speed, distance. They asked 2 questions in 2022, but didn't ask any questions in the 2023 and 2024. And any other topic which we can, profit and loss, 1, 0, 2, and also ratio and proportion, that is 1, 0, 3. So this is how we have to analyze the PYQ trends to get an idea which topic to focus, which topic to give least priority. So the number system carries the highest weightage for the past 3 years. And also if you see what are the total number of maths questions, 38, 43 and 38 in the past 3 years. So this is the topic wise weightage distribution if we analyze the PYQs. Next we will see what is the topic wise distribution for the reasoning component. So you can see this is the CSAT reasoning questions distribution for the past 3 years. So observe the table. These are all the topics: alphanumeric series, coding, decoding, analogy, direction sense, blood relation, cube, cuboid, seating arrangement and puzzles, and also analytical reasoning and images, counting figures. So all of the topics were mentioned. So you can see what are the number of questions being asked each year. So seating arrangement and puzzle, 3 questions were asked in 2022-00. Next, clock is also being asked frequently, 302. And calendar questions also they are asking every single time, 1, 1 and 2. And any other topic, alphanumeric series, that is 2, 2, 1. Next, this topic, ranking and order. So in the past 3 years, there are continuous questions, 1, 2 and 3. And also another topic, this syllogism, 202. So from all this, we will get an idea what are all the topics are being asked frequently in the examination, so that we can personalize our strategy. We can strategically approach this paper so that it won't become a nightmare for us. Next, if we see, as part of our strategy to get this 100 plus marks, we have to identify the gold mines. The gold mines. These are nothing but topics which have the highest weightage in the examination. So you can see the topics that we have seen in the past table, like number series. And if you see from the reasoning, there is syllogism. So there are other number of topics. You have to understand the weightage of those topics, and we have to focus on those areas based on the PYQ trends. So in this way, if you approach, it will become very easier for us to get the required mark. Next, the 80 marks safety net formula. So what is the number of marks required to qualify this paper? That is minimum 66. So 67. So that should not be our aiming mark. Why? Because we are humans, we tend to make mistakes, and accuracy cannot be 100%. So we should aim at least for 80 marks so that there will be safety cushioning. So aim for minimum 80 marks so that even if you commit any mistakes and all, there will be safety cushioning. Next, this is one of the very important steps to approach this paper. That is smart work rather than hard work. See, of course, the CSAT paper is becoming difficult day by day. That doesn't mean every question is difficult. Every question is not a mountain. There are pebbles too, and it's your job to pick those pebbles. They are like low hanging fruits. They are very easy. So when you get the CSAT paper, in the first 5 minutes, you have to skim through the entire paper to identify these kind of low hanging fruits. So for the first 30 minutes, you have to focus on these questions only, and they will fetch you easy marks. For example, I will show you some examples also. So what are these kind of low hanging fruits? They are direct fact based RC questions, comprehension. In many comprehensive passages, sometimes there will be questions which are directly fact based. You cannot leave those questions. We have to get them right. Next, some basic arithmetic problems without complex calculations. There will be some questions which don't require much thinking and not much analytical. You just have to use simple formula to get the answer. You should not leave those kind of questions. Next, simple reasoning questions. Sometimes there will be some single liner questions, and also one of the easiest topic in this reasoning is clock, calendar, and also this direction sense test. This is one of the easiest topic in this reasoning. So these kind of topics, if you focus, you can easily fetch the required mark. Let me show you what are these low hanging fruits. We will take some examples from previous years. So you can see the question. What is the value of x in the sequence 20, 10, 10, 15, 30, 75x? So you have skimmed through the entire paper. You found this as a one-liner simple question. There is nothing much to read, and you can understand the question. You can interpret the question easily. So you picked this question. You don't need much thinking for this one. So it's a very simple number series based question. Try to solve it. Take some time. What is the value of x in the sequence 20, 10, 10, 15, 30, 75x? Very simple number series kind of question. So if you see, twenty, 10, 10, 15, 30, 75, and what is the next number they are asking? Simply 20 into 0.5, that is nothing but half of the 20, that is 10. Next they are multiplying it with 1. 10 ones are 10. Next they are multiplying with 1.5. So 10 into 1.5 is 15. So next they are increasing 0.5, that is into 2. 15 twos are 30. Next they are increasing 2.5. So 30 into 2.5 is 75. So what will be the next sequence? 75 into 3. So that is nothing but 210 and 15, 225. So the answer is 225. So you don't require much thinking and all. This is very simple number series based question. This is called the low hanging fruit. We should not miss these questions at any cost. So the answer is 225. Let me show you the next question. This was asked in the 2022 paper. See the next question. This question was asked in 2024, the last year. In a certain code, POT is written as ATOP and TRAP is written as APART apart, then how is ARENA arena written in that code? So this question is basically from the reasoning component and the topic is coding and decoding. So it's a very simple question. Try to solve that. Simple, even in the question itself they have mentioned the solution. Okay, let me solve it. So in a certain code, POT written as ATOP and TRAP TRAP, it is written as apart APART. Okay, now he is asking, they are asking ARENA. So what is the word in that particular code? If you see POT, this got reversed and written as TOP. So letters are just reversed. So POT became TOP and they are adding one extra A in the beginning. Same sequence, TRAP. This is reversed, that is PART. So that is only PART part. Now they are adding one extra A in the beginning, that is apart. So whatever the word that is being reversed and one A is added at the beginning. Next TRAP, it is being reversed, PART, and one A is added here. In the same way, what will be the arena? So if you write in the reverse order, A, N, E, R, A, and add one more A in the beginning. So the answer will be AANERA. Check the options. AANERA. So the answer is option D. You don't require much thinking. It's not even time consuming. So these are the kind of questions you should hunt for in the first 30 minutes of the exam. So these are the kind of questions. Next question. This question asked in the 2023 paper. If zero, ZERO, written as CHUR, then how PLAYER, player, written? So very single liner question, not much thinking, not analytical, and also not time consuming. Give some time, try to solve this question. And this question is again from the reasoning component, and also the topic is coding and decoding. Okay, let me solve it for you now. If ZERO is written as CHUR, then player, PLAYER, is written as. So 0 is written as CHUR. And whenever you solve questions from the coding and decoding topic, one of the basic things that you should know is alphabetic numbering. So in the normal alphabetic order, A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on up to Z, you should know the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up to 26. So if you write the particular number associated with that alphabet, what is Z? 26. What is E? 5. R? 18. O? 15. If you see the numbering of this word, C is 3, H is 8, U is 21, and R is 18. Now try to understand the pattern, how each letter is becoming into what. Now 26 is becoming 3. So 26 after that 3 letters. So with Z, the alphabetical series is ending. So next 3 letters. So that is plus 3. And if you see 5 is becoming 8. So again plus 3. Next 18 is becoming 21. That is plus 3. 15 is becoming 18. That is plus 3. So we figured out the sequence that is involved in this particular words. Now apply the same sequence to the given word, that is player. PLAYER. Now write the alphabetical numbering. What is P? P is 16, L is 12, A is 1, Y is 25, E is 5, R is 18. Now add plus 3. So what will be plus 3? 16 will become 19, 12 will become 15, 1 will become 4, 25 plus 3, 28. So that means after 26, 2 letters. So that will become 2, and 18 plus 3 is 21. Now write the letters associated with these numbers. So what is 19? That is yes. What is 15? That is O. What is 4? D. What is 2? B. What is 21? That is U. I think we missed one number. So that is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 is nothing but H. So see the answer. What is the answer? SODBHU. That is option D. So these are the kind of questions we should not miss. So very simple questions, not much time consuming. You have to apply minimal formulas or basic concepts. So this question was asked in 2023 paper. Let me show you another question. See this question. This is asked in 2024 paper. What is the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand when the clock shows 4 and 25 hours? That means 4 hours 25 minutes. What is the angle between the hour hand and minute hand? If you know the concept of clocks and calendar, this is a very basic. It just involves one simple formula to solve this question. You don't need to apply much thinking. So very simple formula. This is very simple concept from the topic clock and calendar. That formula is 30H minus 11 by 2 M. So with this one single formula, you can solve this question. So what is the time given in the question? 4 hours 25 minutes. So H means hours and M means minutes. So just substitute those values. 30 into 4 minus 11 by 2 into 25. That is nothing but 120 minus 25 11s are 25, 275 by 2. That is nothing but 137.5. So 137.5 and this one nothing but 17.5 degrees. So can you see, with just one simple formula we are able to solve this question. And whoever, once this topic of clock and calendar gets completed, everyone will be aware of this simple formula, and this is a single liner based question. So the answer is 17.5 degrees, option C. So these are the kind of questions we should not miss in the exam. Let me show you another one. This is also from the reasoning component and the topic is calendar. Single liner question. The calendar for the year 2025 is same for options given for which year the calendar of 2025 will be same as. If anyone knows this concept, try to solve, take some time. And once this calendar topic is completed, there is one very small topic called calendar repetition. If you know that, it's very simple question. Try to solve it, take some time. Okay, let me solve this question for you. So question was asked in 2024. The question is, the calendar for the year 2025 is same for what? For which year? There is a simple concept called calendar repetition. The concept is, if there is a leap year, it will repeat after 28 years. Okay. If there is an year which can be interpreted as leap year plus 1, that will repeat after every 6 years. So if there is an year which can be expressed as leap year plus 1, that year's calendar will be repeated after every 6 years. In the same way, if there is an year which is leap year plus 2, that will repeat after every 11 years. In the same way, if there is an year leap year plus 3, that will repeat after 11 years. You just have to know this. This is the concept of calendar repetition. If there is a leap year, it will repeat after 28 years, leap year plus 1 after 6 years, leap year plus 2 after 11 years, leap year plus 3 after 11 years. Now what is the year given in the question? 2025. What is the nearest leap year? That is 2024. So plus 1 is nothing but 2025. Now it is expressed in the form of leap year plus 1. So that is going to be repeated after 6 years. So the answer will be 2025 plus 6. That is 2031. So the answer is C, 2031. So these are the kind of single liner and which you need very minimal concept to solve these questions. Sometimes there will be questions like which take some time to read, some time to interpret, and some time to understand and solve the question. So those kind of questions you should put it for the second iteration. All these kind of questions should be solved in the first 30 minutes itself, so that you will have a backing and you will move with confidence into the next sections. Next question. This is also one of the low hanging fruits. So this is asked in 2020-22 paper. What is the smallest number greater than 1000, that is when divided by any one of the numbers 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, leaves the remainder of 3. Since childhood we are doing this LCM HCF concept, right? So this is nothing but the quantitative aptitude component. The topic is number system. In that subtopic is LCF and HCM. LCM and HCF. So try to understand the question. So which concept to be used? Either LCM or HCF. Take some time and try to solve this question. So what is the smallest number that is greater than 1000, which is when divided by any one of the numbers given, that is 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, that leaves the remainder of 3 in the each case. So that is the question. If you know the concept of LCM and HCF, this is nothing but we have to take the LCM. So whenever they ask like what is the smallest number divided by these following numbers, you have to find the LCM of those numbers. So simply take these numbers, find the LCM, that is 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So 3 2s are 3 3s are 3 4s are 3 5s and 3 6s are. If I again use 2, 2 1s are 3, 2 5 and 3. Again if you use 3, 1 1 2 5 1. Now if you multiply all these, 2 5s are 10, 10 3s are 30, 32s are 60, 63s are 180. Now they are asking that LCM which is just greater than 1000. Now you need to find the multiple of 180 which is above 1080. So what it will be, if you multiply with 5, that will be 900. If you multiply with 6, that will be 18 6 are 108 and 0. So this is the LCM of these numbers and the multiple of that LCM which is greater than 1000. Now they are asking it should leave a remainder of 3. You just have to add the number 3 and that will be your answer. That is 1083. Understood? So whenever we complete this topic LCM and HCF, this is very basic concepts, basic models, basic model questions. So whenever there are numbers, which is the smallest number divided by them, that we have to find the LCM. They are asking that LCM should be greater than 1000. So we just have to find the multiple. 186 is 1080. Then it should leave a remainder of 3. In that case, you just have to add the remainder. That is 1080 plus 3. The answer is 1083. That is C. So these are the kind of questions strategically you have to approach. If you start solving these questions at the beginning of the exam, it will boost your confidence. You can move to the further sections. Next, read this question and tell me whether it is low hanging fruit or not. This question asked in 2023. This is from the component maths or quantitative aptitude and from the topic permutations and combinations. The question itself includes 2 more statements and asking in the GS paper 1 kind of pattern, 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So the question reads, a box contains 14 black balls, 20 blue balls, 26 green balls, 28 yellow balls, 38 red balls and 54 white balls. So these many balls are contained in a box. Now consider the following statements. The smallest number n such that any n balls drawn from the box randomly must contain one full group of at least one color is 175. Try to understand this statement. Understanding itself takes some time. Those kind of questions these are. Next, second statement. The smallest number m such that any m balls drawn from the box randomly must contain at least one ball of each color is 167. Now which of the above statements are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So now tell me whether it is a low hanging fruit or a difficult question. See, the criteria which you have to use to find the low hanging fruits is, first you have to skim through that, and this is a very lengthy question comparatively. It takes some time for us to read the question itself and to understand the statements, and it is also statement based question. So this is definitely not a low hanging question. So as part of your strategy, you should skip this question right now. In the first 30 minutes, you should not attempt these kind of questions. So you should leave it for the second iteration. Or else if you go for ego, I want to solve this question, then only start for the next question. If you think like that, that's it. So it will consume your time. You will take around 3 to 4 minutes stucking at one question only. So that is not going to be a good strategy. So you should skip these kind of questions for the next iteration. Next one. Tell me whether this is low hanging fruit, simple MCQ or not. The question was asked in the year 2023. The question reads, a flag has to be designed with 4 horizontal stripes using some or all of the colors red, green and yellow. So they have given a flag in which there are 4 horizontal stripes and you have 3 colors to fill, that is red, green and yellow. What is the number of different ways in which that can be done so that no 2 adjacent stripes have the same color? Try to understand the question and tell me whether it is low hanging fruit or not, whether you should solve this question in the first 30 minutes or not. And this question is from the component maths, that is quantitative aptitude, and the topic is permutations and combinations. take some time, try to solve the question, and we will see. Okay, now let me solve it for you. Question asked in 2023 examination, and this is a low hanging fruit. If you understand the concept of permutations and combinations, it's a very basic model question. So this is just application based. You just have to apply simple permutation rule. There is a flag. There are 4 horizontal stripes in which you have to fill 3 colors. So 4 horizontal stripes, 3 colors, and no color should be adjacent to the each other. No same color to be adjacent to the each other. So simply that means there are 4 spaces. You have to fill those 4 spaces with 3 objects. 1, 2, 3, and same object should not be adjacent to each other. Simple. If you want to fill the first space, how many chances are there? 1, 2, 3. Any of the color you can fill. So there are 3 chances. Next, in the second space, how many chances you have? You have already used one color, so you have only 2 chances. That is 2. Now, if you used any one color, again you have 2 chances to fill the next space. That is 2. Again you have 2 chances. Now what are the total number of chances? Simply multiply all of them. 3 into 2 into 2 into 2. That is nothing but 3 into 8. That is 24 chances. So with simple thinking you are able to solve this question in a fraction of seconds. So that is 24. C is the answer. So you just have to know the basic concepts of permutations and combinations. Just apply that. They have applied using a flag and colors, but that is simple. There are 4 spaces, 3 objects you have to fill. You have to find number of ways. So that is 3, 2, 2. If you multiply, the answer is 24. Option C. That is. Next, as part of our CSAT strategy, what is our next focus will be smart work rather than hard work. As part of this, we have already discussed we have to find those low hanging fruits, and the next one is 3-tier approach. So far we have discussed this one. You have to approach the CSAT paper in 3 tiers. So that is, in the first 30 minutes you have to solve the easy questions. So whenever you get the paper, try to skim through the paper for 5 minutes. Try to identify, okay, these are the very simple based questions according to your perception, and you should try to solve those questions only in the first 30 minutes. After that, you have to go for the moderate questions. So this is the tier 1, this is the tier 2. Then you have to try for these moderate questions, which will take some time for you to understand and to solve the questions. Next, the tier 3 is you have to go for the tough questions if time permits. And as per the previous year trends and all, these 2 questions, these 2 tiers are enough for you to get around 80 plus marks. So you have to focus mainly on these questions, and if time permits you can go for these tough questions which are very lengthy to read, and upon reading it will take some time for you to understand. So those kind of tough questions you should put it in the third iteration. So this is the 3-tiered approach for you to approach the CSAT paper. Next one, always remember, in the CSAT paper, time management is the secret weapon. Now, what should be the ideal time allocation for all the components in the CSAT paper? So, the ideal time allocation will be for the reading comprehension. This is nothing but that verbal ability. You can put around 45 to 50 minutes. And for the logical reasoning, you can put around 30 to 35 minutes. And for the numeracy, this is nothing but this quantitative aptitude maths. For this, you have to put around 25 to 30 minutes. And also, it is not exactly rigid. According to your strengths and weaknesses, you can personalize your approach, but you have to understand what are your strength areas. If you are very good at maths, you can put more time for maths. If you are very good at verbal ability, you can put more time, and accordingly you can personalize your approach, but you have to understand which topics will fetch you more marks in the exam. Accordingly, you can devise your own strategy. And always you should have a buffer of 10 minutes. This is to review on doubtful questions. So whatever you do, there will be some questions which will be doubtful. You should put at least 10 minutes of buffer for those kind of doubtful questions. So this is time management. That is the secret weapon. So this is part of our strategy to approach the CSAT paper. Next, this is very important. As part of a time management, the 30-second test. What is this 30-second test? This is nothing but if you are taking more than 30 seconds to figure out how to approach a particular question, then you should leave that question. So you are encountered with a particular question which is very lengthy and all. Always try to remember within 30 seconds you have to figure out the approach. So how can I get the answer? How to approach this question so that I can solve? Within 30 seconds you should be able to figure out. If you are taking more than 30 minutes to figure out, you should leave that question right away. You should not go for ego and all. Otherwise, you will be stuck at the same question for the next 5 to 6 minutes and you will ruin next questions also. So this is the 30-second test as part of our approach. You should not take more than 30 minutes in figuring out how to approach a particular question. Next, we have seen all the 4 approaches for our CSAT strategy. That is, you have to understand the low hanging fruits. They are the very simple questions and all. You have to approach the paper in a 3-tier approach. In the first tier, you have to solve 30 minutes. You have to solve the easy questions in the first 30 minutes. Next, you have to go for the 30 moderate questions. Next, you have to go for the tough questions if time permits. Okay, so this is the kind of tiered approach you have to approach the paper. And next also you have to follow that 30-second rule, and time management is very important. If a particular question is taking more than 30 seconds for you to figure out how to approach the question itself, you should move to the next question. Now there are some bonus tips for us to get an extra edge. That is nothing but mock tests are the gold. See, because mock tests are the ones which can stimulate the real exam environment for you. So try to give more marks for this CSAT particularly. You need more practice. Mock tests, try to give those mock tests in a real exam environment, stimulate the exam environment and practice. Next, review your mistakes. Let me tell you, a wrong answer will teach you more than a right answer. So whenever you are writing mock tests and all, don't leave them. After giving the mock test, please try to understand where are the areas you are going wrong. You have to review, you have to understand the areas, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. If you are going wrong in a particular topic, try to improve, try to review your performance and try to understand and focus on those weak areas. So that is very important whenever you are giving mock tests. Next one, shortcut techniques. This is particularly in the maths, that is quantitative aptitude. There are many topics and there are many subtopics in which you will find some shortcut tricks to solve the questions. For example, in the clock question we have discussed, that is 30h minus 11 by 2m. Very simple shortcut trick. You can find the answer in the fraction of seconds. So that is how. Try to learn the shortcut tricks which I will be teaching in the further classes, and try to mug up all the shortcut tricks, particularly in the simple interest, compound interest. There are many tricks you can do even while finding LCM and HCF. If you follow those kind of tricks, then you will be able to solve the questions in a short span. Next, stay calm and stay sharp. This is very important. As part of your CSAT strategy, the last and the ending is stay calm and stay sharp. Why? Because CSAT is 50% knowledge, but the other 50% is your temperament. You have to stay calm and understand the strategy how to approach this paper, because CSAT, remember, that is 50% knowledge and 50% temperament. So what is our final verdict on the CSAT paper after the end of this orientation class? What is our final verdict? CSAT is not tough, but the lack of strategy is. So that is our final verdict after this orientation lecture. CSAT is not tough, lack of strategy is. So of course the CSAT paper is becoming tougher day by day, becoming difficult day by day. However, you have to know the strategy, how to approach this paper. You have then you can maximize your score. Always aim for that 80 plus, minimum 80. You should never aim for 67 marks, because there cannot be 100% accuracy, that is very rare. So minimum aim for 80 plus marks. If you practice much, you can aim for 100 plus marks, but that is just for safety cushioning. You just need to get 67 marks, and these are all the tips for you to strategize your preparation, understand all the strategies, PYQ trends, and based on your PYQ trends and your analysis, identify your strength and weak areas. Accordingly, prepare your own strategy. There is no need to copy other strategy and all. Everyone have their own strengths and weaknesses. Identify them, personalize your strategy, and practice more. Write mock tests, and also conduct performance review of those mock tests. Then CSAT will be a cakewalk for you. So that is the end of this orientation lecture, students. So we will meet with the next topic, that is we will start with the component quantitative aptitude or maths. From that, in which we will start with the number system topic in our next class.